5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tom Arnone.
No, we do love you. We're all having fun here.
Brian Wilson.
Fine, who cares? It's enjoyable. It's entertainment.
Noah Eaton.
Obviously a diehard Eagles fan.
Agree to disagree. Only on A2DRadio.com.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Bad Boys of Sports Talk. Agree to disagree right here, A2DRadio.com. We are live from the Kingsgate Realty Studios right here in Burlington, New Jersey. And today's show is brought to you by Legends Tap, the best pizza this side of the Delaware. 318 High Street in Burlington, New Jersey, 609-386-3001. Follow them on Facebook at Legends Tap. We'll rank the 32 coaches in the NFL. We'll give you a list of them where we have them all sitting there, and we'll see where Doug ends up, and we'll tie that in to today's show. And we'll also NFC, AFC playoff recap preview. We'll recap last night's phenomenal game, and we'll preview what we got in tap today for you. And also the big question at hand we have on today's show. Doug Pederson is free to accept the Eagles' job, and how is Doug Pederson a good fit for the Philadelphia Eagles? And you can also vote on our Twitter page, how long will Doug Pederson coaching tenure last with the Eagles, 1 to 2 years, 3 to 5, or longer. You can vote right there, A2DRadio_com on our Twitter page, or get in on the action, 856-295-1178, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is how you can find us, and I am joined, like every Sunday, the baddest of the bunch, Brian Wilson, Nick Delgazzo, Rob Povey in here producing, and we're ready to just rock it out. And gentlemen, the question at hand, is Doug Pederson a good fit for the Eagles? And that is brought to you by Obie's Catering. Changing the world one dish at a time. Contact Chris O'Brien, 856-534-8410. Email him, cateringbyobie@yahoo.com. Follow him on Facebook, Obie's Catering, I believe, or Catering by Obie. He just created one.
Oh yeah?
He's in the book. He's on the book. He's on the book, just to confirm that.
He's on the book.
He's on the book. So let me start with you.
Good morning, everybody, by the way.
Good morning. Yeah, glad to have you.
Sunday.
Good
Let's
morning,
roll.
gentlemen.
Let me start with this, with you, Mr. Wilson. Pederson, is he a good fit for the Eagles? I mean, nobody really knows.
I don't think you know. Do you know?
No, but I consider you a borderline expert. So hit me. Is he a good fit?
I mean, like I said, I wasn't a fan of doing this, but we kind of look like we went back to Andy, kind of the way that we won games before. And Andy's a really good coach. Andy's taught him. I'd like us to be good, but I don't know. I think it's up in the air. You don't know. What are we going to get? We don't know. Is he going to bring a new coordinator in? Is he going to keep Shermer? I don't know.
Brad Childress has been talked about.
Yeah,
you got Leslie Frazier, Jim Schwartz, Mike Patton on defense, so you have some options
I'm
there.
a wait-and-see approach, but I'll tell you what I don't like is like watching the Chiefs game yesterday and the awful clock management that happened in that Chiefs game. It was literally like a reflection of the past and a glimpse into the future. It was bad.
We think.
We do think, but we don't know.
We do think. I mean, Andy's always had problems with. Maybe Doug. Maybe
Doug doesn't have the problem.
Maybe Doug learns from Andy's
they had
mistakes.
a camera
You don't
on Doug
know.
a lot.
Yeah.
Doug was on the camera a lot last night.
Yeah,
they were showing Doug a lot.
Well, they showed Doug because obviously he's got a head coaching job. So now
they're
he
purposely doing it.
Yeah, now he looks sexy to everybody.
Nah, listen.
Sweepsy?
Nah, Wills is absolutely spot on. And then, it's an incomplete question. It's a good question, but to me, if you want to, you step back and take the and you look at it.
Well, you can complete the question by adding in, if you're talking about coordinators or adding in players.
No,
so you can complete the question in your own terms.
But that's
for everybody listening.
Yeah, it needs more variables.
It's
of course.
And you're adding
it's
the variables.
It's a grade that's incomplete. Like you get an incomplete at school.
Yeah.
We don't know. We haven't seen it. We don't know.
You don't know.
We don't know.
You don't know, but this is what you do know.
I'm hopeful.
If Brad Childress comes in. But listen, bigger than all this, we, not us personally, but as a fan base, begged for an NFL guy. Everybody wanted an NFLer. We were tired of the college thing, right? And right or wrong, this is what the fan base asked for as a whole, okay? Right or wrong. And I think Jeffrey Lurie over time listened to the fan base. And what you got is essentially an NFL lifer. Okay, did he go back to Andy's trade? We talk about Holmgren, the Hyperion tree, the tallest tree in the world, whatever. The Bill Walsh tree, whatever. He's an NFL lifer. I mean, played from 92 to 2004. We know that. Doak Jules, Westbrook, all guys are promoting this. Bill Polian, Jeremy Macklin now. So, yes, it's incomplete, but I'm just giving you essentially what people, the fan base asked for was an NFL guy, a guy who could relate to NFL players. Well, you got a former player who's played under great coaches, coach under damn good ones. So you don't know. It isn't incomplete. But I'm getting closer to the side. I actually like it a little bit. Now, I wasn't a guy to run chip out, but I actually like it a little bit.
Yeah, of the guys who were out there wasn't many choices. I mean, obviously, Hugh Jackson was probably at the top of the list. If you wanted to go youth, the whole air quote hot coordinator thing, maybe McAdoo and Gase, they were the hot coordinators. Younger guys that were hot at the time, but there wasn't much out there. So I mean, like at that, that being said. You have to see what happens, number one. Number two, and that's why sometimes I like to go first, because Wilson absolutely nailed it. I got it here in bubble. I got it here in capital letters. All right, as an Eagle fan, you're watching that game. Andy Reid, hopefully you learn a lot. You were able to learn from that guy and absorb everything he taught you. But you're not a robot. You're not a clone. All right, you have a mind of your own, because there was Andy yesterday burning timeouts. I think he was out of timeouts in the first quarter. All right, maybe early second quarter. They're huddling up, down 14 with 2 minutes to go. Man, you're just like, what? It gave you flashbacks to that Super Bowl when McNabb's puking all over, and you're like, come on, how come there's no sense of urgency?
Well, my argument to this last night, though, the rebuttal that and just the other side, my thought process and the time management, is you got to get a touchdown regardless. And what I was saying to Wilson and our buddy Obi last night is, you're not going to give the ball back to him anyway. Right? I mean, listen, he had 3 timeouts. I don't care. You're not giving the ball back to Brady. Maybe another quarterback, your rush job, and then you want to kick off because you can get a stop. You have a great defense. You are not giving the ball back to him. So you're thinking onside kick from the get-go, because you got to get lucky to beat them. You have to get lucky to beat them. How'd the Eagles beat them? Lucky. Turnovers, pick sixes, right? Special team touchdowns. You have to get a ball. And you have to get a ball bounce your way to beat them. And the only way you're going to do that is by the onsider. Now, right, wrong, we all know Andy's clock management issues, so I'm not defending it. I'm just saying the way I looked at that game last night specifically, you can't even talk about the kickoff or the onside until you score. And with an offense that struggled all game, you got to get in the end zone before you can even think the next thing. Now, should it have been quicker? Yeah, but at the end of the day, they got in and they had the chance for the onsider. They didn't get it. We'll get into this.
Yeah, but then there's a deflected pass for a first down that ends the game. When if you score with 2.5 left, you get another series.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I'm just making the other side of the argument, the devil's advocate of it. That hey, you're not going to give the ball back to Brady.
No, you don't want to.
You're nuts.
You're not going to.
I want, but if you kick off.
No, you don't want to give it back to him. I get that. I totally get that. You don't want to give it back
to him.
But you got it at midfield. The more time you have, you can play a little bit of defense. They're going to sling it. They ran the ball 8 times, not counting his 6 sneaks. They ran the ball 8 times. One-dimensional animals, and they still do what they do. And it was just the more time you have. I know what you're saying.
Swing it back in here about the fit. So what makes it become a good fit? Okay, in your eyes. What offensive coordinator? Do you like Brad Childress as an offensive coordinator?
No.
Is Shermer your guy? Defense coordinator-wise, let's start with offense coordinator. Who do you want? I mean, Childress was a good offense coordinator here.
What else I do like about it, which we didn't really bring up, is the fact that it seems like it'll move us into a West Coast offense. I would assume,
yeah.
Right? Probably a 4-3-D, hopefully, as well.
Please.
And hopefully it's better. It's a better offense for our clients, or our players. So.
Well, what do you think?
Does it fit some better?
Offense coordinator. You want Shermer?
We're going to be running out of under center, given the beast that we have the ball the way he should get the ball. Like, that's what I hope happens. But again, we don't know. I do want Shermer as our coordinator.
So you want Shermer?
I prefer Shermer
Defensively?
because I want to keep Bradford. I think Bradford stays if Shermer stays.
Okay, understandable. So defensively,
I don't know. I'm open.
You said
I'm
Leslie
open.
Frazier.
I do like Leslie Frazier. I like Leslie Frazier, but I'm open. I don't know. There's people that like Jim Schwartz.
Mike Patton's a good defense coordinator.
Mike Patton's a good D coordinator.
Lovey Smith. I mean, if he's
Smith.
just going to wait, I
don't know if he's going to wait. Though.
If he wants to go back, I understand.
Maybe he can steal him. Yeah, if he wants not steal him, but you know what I mean. Get him all.
Take his temperature.
I'd love to scoop
take his
Lovey.
temperature.
I didn't even think about Lovey.
Take his temperature.
Yeah.
Offense coordinator. You want Shermer? Do you like the Childress idea of a guy who was successful?
I was never a Childress guy. I mean, Shermer's here. I don't see why. Like you said before, it didn't feel like he wanted the job, like the head job. So
no,
I think he's comfortable in that position. So why not, turn the reins over to him and see what he can do.
Some good
with
names defensively, as terms of coordinators. Okay, Mike Patton, Jim Schwartz, and Leslie Frazier. All 3 good defensive coaches.
They've all been head coaches at one point.
Yeah, but
maybe didn't work. But
they all got
were good because they were really good D coordinators. They
go.
got head coach jobs.
There you go. So any of them names? I like Mike Patton just because he was a damn good defense coordinator.
He
I
was
like
really
Wesley
good.
Frazier
That's why he got
too.
a job. And you can't
they're all
judge.
three
And
good
you don't
names.
judge Cleveland because it's
No.
Cleveland. It's a barren wasteland.
No, because if we were doing that, we get Shermer out of here.
I think they're all three
Yeah.
good names. I think Schwartz ended up with the Bills, right? So I mean,
Did they get him?
no, not ended up with that, but he was.
He did good there.
Yeah, he did good with the Bills. So I mean.
Well, yeah,
you know.
and then he was Lions.
But he was
Lions head coach, and they had a couple
He's a
good years when
defensive
he was
guy.
head coach of Lions.
Yeah. So no, I don't have a problem with either. Three of those names, but I do like Mike Patton.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, like I've been saying, players win. So is Doug Pederson a good fit? We don't know because how good of our players? Do we draft well?
I still think our players are good. That's why I'm kind of on board of the fact that I like switching the offense around and switching the defense around because I think we have good players. I just think it just didn't click last year. It just didn't work.
Oh, it's a players' league, absolutely.
But I think
But
guys
his
are
fit,
good.
his fit, which ties into how long does his tenure last year, in your guys' opinion, his fit and his tenure tie in, and his
Oh,
tenure
of course.
ties into how good his players are and how good his coordinators are. So tenure-wise, which you can vote on our Twitter page, HUDRadio_com, is how long does Doug Pederson tenure last with the Eagles? 1 to 2, 3 to 5, or longer. Wells? Actually, no. Sweeps?
No, I mean,
Audible?
No, once again, it goes back to the consistency thing. So, I mean, where's Laurie at? Where are they at mindset-wise? Because we talked about building an organization. You got to go, and the most successful guys are, from 8 years, or longer. All right, so unless he goes 1-15. You gotta give this guy some rope. You did it. I mean, unless like I said, unless it's an absolute embarrassment. 1-15, the guy can't handle pressers. He's embarrassed himself. Whatever. He can't handle anything. Then you got to make a move. But if he's doing a decent job and they're not winning at the elite level that Philadelphia fans expect or ownership expects, you got to give him some time.
So what do you think? 3 to 5?
Yeah,
3 to 5. Wells?
I think it better be at least 3 to 5. I want it to be longer because that's the way you win this. Like you don't win by constant change. You win by staying with someone and riding it out.
Well, I think
letting them build because you don't win by constant change. You constant change and you're a bad team. Every bad team has that in common. They're all in constant change.
Agreed. I think it goes longer for one reason. I think they went and got their guy. I mean, you can say they brought in other guys, and we've talked about it on the air here on this show specifically. I think this was their guy from the beginning. This is who they wanted, and they brought in other guys to do their due diligence, but there wasn't a lot of big names out there, and I think they went and got their guy. So I think they're going to give him a longer leash because I don't think Jeffrey Lurie's a big fan of change. I hope he's not. Like you said, he can't be. You have to give this guy 3 to 5, but I hope it's longer. But if you draft well and he's got coordinators around him, and he gets more comfortable with the job, and you got players in here who can flat out play, it's going to make him a great fit, and it's going to make his tenure last longer. It's a real easy process. It's a players' league. You saw Aaron Rodgers last night. You saw Larry Fitzgerald that we'll get into on the other side, but you've seen them guys make plays. So at the end of the day, you need playmakers on your football team to move forward, and you need communication on all levels of this organization, from owner down to, the QB control guy, offensive control guy. I mean, you need good communication all the way up the ladder for this organization to go back to being successful, right? It's simple.
Absolutely.
We just want to be back to winning division titles, and everything goes from there.
There's talent on that roster, all right? He just was treating, he didn't have that professional mindset, and I can't speak for it. I'm not in that locker room, but that's the sense you get. Like everything we talk about, micromanaging, treating a lot of the guys like they were college guys, and they're not college guys.
And you're going to
get
get a guy. You're going to get a guy who comes in and relates. He's going to come in and relate right off the bat.
That's good because
there's not going to be an issue.
So we know that.
So if these, hold on real quick, because we ran a coach out. And I always believe coach always goes first, but I always believe players should. But players always last longer, right? 'Cause it's hard to get rid of all the players. It's easy to get rid of one guy. But it's funny because the players didn't like Chip, most of them. Some did, some didn't, whatever. There was mix. It was divided, which you don't want. So that gets him out, okay? Now there's no excuse for the players. You went and got an NFL guy who can relate to you, who bring you in his office and have a good conversation with you, right? I don't care about where the hands are going because this is what I'm talking about. It's how these guys act, right? They're real sensitive, right? Oh, he didn't say hello to me in the hallway. Well, Doug's going to say hello to you, right? Doug's going to say hello to you. He's going to bring you in his office. He's going to have a freaking,
Give you a couple tea.
I don't know.
He might have a mocha chocolate BS latte with you.
Let's go Jell-O. Maybe Jell-O's Doug's thing, like smoothies with chips. I don't know. You have a Jell-O together. I don't know. But at the end of the day, this is what you asked for. This is what you got. And we made the point earlier how he's an NFL lifer, essentially, okay, from playing and coaching. You got who he asked for, the fan base. So all the fan base that I talked about yesterday running him out of town before he even signed on the dotted line. The guy didn't even take the red eye in, the sign on the dotted line, and we're running him out on the red eye.
He's not even in
I mean,
town.
it's unreal.
He's not even in
It's
town.
unreal. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
It's shocking to me that this is what this fan base asked for. And then I love this, right? The Monday morning quarterback coaches is my favorite. Oh, why not Sean McDermott? Well, Doug, too. We wanted Doug for the Bulls, obviously. But Sean McDermott. Why not Sean McDermott? John Gruden. Gruden's not leaving the box, first off, so get a clue. Okay, other names. This is the names you hit me. Adam Gase. Well, Adam Gase obviously wanted to go to Miami. And Ben McAdoo.
Well,
why do you want Ben McAdoo, really? And he stayed in New York at home. He didn't have to go anywhere. Well, what? You act like he skipped town. You really think Coughlin was going to come here and do that to the Giants, go to their rival at that point of his career? He's not going to do that. You bring him in to talk to a guy because that's what you do.
They're all the same guys.
It's unbelievable.
They're all guys that haven't been head coaches.
No.
So
What makes them right?
That's all.
Adam Gase might be a road beater and might be an idiot.
Yeah.
But don't give me Peyton
He
Manning.
was the flavor of the week. That's
Yeah,
what
don't
it
give me
was.
Peyton Manning had a great numbers on him. Maybe not great numbers on everybody. And don't
Yeah.
give me this resurgence of Jay Cutler's career. Okay, Cutler stinks. Did we miss something? And Ryan Tannehill already
He
stinks.
had good numbers
So what's
this
the
year,
issue?
but he stinks.
My
I
point-
agree. I hate Cutler.
My point is
he's not a winner.
He's not going to go make Tannehill a great quarterback. Guys who are who they are. He might get him better. He might get the most out of him. We don't know if he's a good head coach. We don't know if Sean McDermott's a good head coach. Come on, that's Ron Rivera's defense. It's like it's Andy's offense. Like we don't know if Doug's a good coach. But what we do know about Doug Pederson is he's an NFL guy and players like him. And when a player on his team like Jeremy Macklin comes out and says he's going to do great things for the Philadelphia Eagles, he didn't have to say great. He could say good. He could have said Doug's a good fit. Yeah, but he went with the great word.
That's a company guy.
Okay. Maybe,
Well,
maybe
my
not.
only rebuttal
He's not going
to
to
what
see the
you
guy
just
anymore.
said.
He's signed to Kansas City for
All
forever
right,
long.
but I'm saying my
Stop
only
it.
rebuttal.
You always got your
But,
rebuttal.
no,
with
but
that.
my only rebuttal
Your
is
rebuttal on Macklin? Your
is-
rebuttal on Jeremy?
No, I'm not
played
I'm
with
not
a
talking
broken
about
ankle last
I'm not
night.
talking
And your
about
rebuttal on
Jeremy.
him.
I'm not
Your
talking about
rebuttal on him.
Jeremy. I like
Guy played his
Jeremy.
tail off
I like
last night,
Jeremy.
and now you're going to rebuttal him.
No,
You're a problem.
I'm rebuttaling
You're a
you.
problem. No,
I'm saying
I'm talking
for
what Jeremy
for the
said.
guys that say this is a bad hire. For the guys that say this is a bad hire, what you can point to is the fact that basically he was our third choice. You can say, "Oh, that was what we wanted." We wanted Gase. Gase went to Miami. We offered McAdoo a second interview also, which means that we're going to hire him. We also
You can rebuttal my
they
reports.
both turned it
Guys,
down.
You can rebuttal my reports for
They
2
both
freaking
turned
weeks.
it down.
You can rebuttal
So
my
basically-
reports for 2 weeks.
basically we got
You
our
rebuttal
third-
the reports for
we
2
got our
weeks.
third
You're
choice.
an idiot.
We got
you
our third
rebuttal.
choice, basically.
I don't agree.
Where
it was
are you
the
at?
one. It was the one. I reported
he
for 2
one?
weeks. 2 damn
Just
weeks.
because you said
2
doesn't mean it
damn
was
weeks.
true.
It does because I am insider.
Oh,
Andy.
Oh, go. You're inside.
Okay. Andy and Jeffrey talked. I told you guys this. They're not sweeps. I'm not here to pat, but for the sake of the argument,
Sounds
you're
like
trying to. Well, maybe I am. God damn it, maybe I am.
You're getting a little.
I got
you're getting a
zero
little
respect for
aggressive.
this call.
You're getting a little aggressive.
No, well, I been a little aggressive. He got aggressive across the freaking table.
I didn't get
You
aggressive
got
at all.
aggressive. We know what aggressive is. I know your facial expressions when aggression
He's
comes
rocking
in.
a good goatee. I mean, give the guy credit. I mean,
I don't care. What are you taking sides?
No, I
Taking
think the
sides.
guy's
I'm not happy
goatee
with the
did.
way this is going. No, but all I'm saying is you can think and say that because reports come out that, oh, well, the other guys were their candidates. Okay, you can say that. But all I'm saying to your rebuttal is that I disagree, which is fine because I said it was their guy from day one.
Okay.
Now, I could be wrong, too.
You're right.
I could be
That's
wrong,
fine,
too.
But I'm just saying it doesn't look good because I get you.
Like I
a
say it
bunch of
again?
people-
I mean, do I have to
It's
report-
Roseman.
say it one more
Howie
time?
Roseman. It's that people don't like Roseman. So that's why it could be why they didn't take the second interview.
It could be.
Could be.
But it could be Doug
I
was
hate
their guy.
Roseman.
It could just be.
I don't think Doug was their guy.
Okay, that's fine.
I think they like Doug a lot. But I think I'm telling you, when you offer a second interview, you're pretty much gonna hire the person.
You're offering-
Gase turned it down, and McAdoo turned
Brother,
it down.
you're offering second interviews to guys that don't have jobs.
Well, McAdoo was gonna stay with the Giants. I think.
Okay, but you're offering second
but
interviews to
Gase-
guys that don't have jobs. Peterson was locked up. He was in the playoffs. You didn't get the first until you flew out there. So you're talking about second interviews. You couldn't even get. You had to wait to get
Well, that's
one.
why I wish we would have waited because I would love the McDaniels, but you're never gonna get him until the season's over.
No, because they're not going to let you interview.
Hugh never got an interview, right?
Well, you know he's getting cute.
We called
too.
him late,
Well, he's getting
apparently.
cute. He's getting cute because now he's not bringing an offense coordinator. He's running. He's being his own offense coordinator. So he's already getting cute in Cleveland.
I'm okay
so
with that.
I'm okay with it too. But it's a guy.
If you think you run the offense the best, then you run your offense.
Okay, but we had a problem with a guy who wanted to go shopping for his own groceries here, right? We ran that out of town. Oh, he wants full control. Well, now you got another guy who wants control.
I wanted to keep Chip, so don't say.
I
me.
know, but my point
Me.
is that Hugh Jackson wasn't going to work here, coming in and saying I'm calling my own plays. So just call that what it is. It wasn't going to happen here.
People would have been upset about it.
No, and people wouldn't have liked it. It wouldn't have worked. He might be a good coach, But he set up the
I
fail
like
too.
Keel. He got screwed over. In
Well,
that.
again, he going to Oakland, now goes to Cleveland. I mean, you're really picking bad
I was
jobs.
going to say, I don't know. You can't take Cleveland jobs.
How long
you
you
just
let this
can't.
guy pick
like,
bad
who's
jobs?
going to be the one? Everyone
Where's
thinks
his
they're going to
agent
resurrect
at?
Cleveland. You
Where's his agent at? Where's his agent say, Hugh, can you
Seriously.
stop?
Seriously.
Or his wife? Christ.
That front office is in shambles. They got a Mets guy. They got a baseball guy running things now.
Oh, my God. They got Harvey. They're signing Harvey to a deal to QB.
No, Pederson or
unbelievable.
something. Deep Pederson or something. Oh, it's unbelievable.
It's funny. But, I mean, all this is funny, but nobody knows.
Cleveland stinks.
You guys are right, and everybody's right. Nobody knows that Doug's going to be a good coach or a good fit, and nobody knows how long his tenure is going to be. But at the end of the day, I think he's a good fit. I think he's an NFL guy, and it's what people wanted. I wanted Chip. I wasn't ready to get rid of Chip, but it is what it is now, and this is the changeover, and hopefully it works out, but players win, people, at the end of the day. And Jeffrey Lurie needs to be hands-on with his baby and his organization.
So
Okay?
who wins the playoff game first? I'll pose a question to both of you.
Chip or
Pederson?
I think we're closer than they
I
are.
would say the Eagles.
I would say us, I guess, but if Cap's
I'm
lights
gonna say
out,
Chip.
if Cap's lights out on that offense, you don't know. But they
I
still
hope
need
it's
a lot
us.
of players, man. They still need players.
I hope it's us.
They still need players. So we'll see how it all pans out here. But on the other side, what we'll do is we'll recap last night's games in the NFL, and we'll preview what's coming up today at 1 o'clock, and we'll get into AFC, NFC predictions, previews. We'll do the whole thing, and we got a lot more coming up. It's Agree, Disagree. The Bad Boys of Sports Talk right here, A2DRadio.com. And this segment was brought to you by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. 703 Black Horse Pike, Glendora, New Jersey, 856-939-2030 on the web, sportsoutletinc.com.
You're listening to the worldwide leader of Real Talk, A2DRadio.com.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by Romeo's Termite and Pest Control. Family owned and operated, Romeo's only employs the safest, most effective methods to rectify your situation. Whether it's at your house or at your commercial residence, no matter what the concern may be, they'll get the job done. Raccoons, squirrels, bed bugs, termites, you name it, they'll take care of it. Satisfaction guaranteed. Give them a call at 856-341-3927 or look them up on Facebook at Romeo's Pest Control or visit their website at www.romeospestcontrol.com, your local pest control provider. A2DRadio.com is sponsored by Martino Roofing. With more than 15 years of roofing experience, they have all the services that you need, whether it's new construction, tear-offs, replacements, or re-roofs for your residential or commercial business. They will provide a detailed service in a timely and professional manner. So you can give them a call for a free consultation at 609-792-5103. Send them an email at martinoroofing@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.martinoroofingllc.com. The number again is 609-792-5103. Martino Roofing.
This is Tom Arnone, owner and founder of A2DRadio.com. What if I told you I knew the best caterer in the business? Well, I'm not going to lie to you. It's Obie's Catering. You can contact Obie's Catering at cateringbyobie@yahoo.com or give Chris O'Brien a call at 856-534-8410. From graduations to wedding rehearsals to just if you need food cooked in your house. He'll do it all. He's trying to change the world one dish at a time. That's Obie's Catering. Chris O'Brien, 856-534-8410. Tell him Tommy A from A2DRadio.com sent you, and you'll get 20% off.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer, LLC, Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
You're listening to Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com.
Agree or disagree, A2DRadio.com. Does Cam Newton stop dancing? That's going to be the question we're talking about right now. And this is all brought to you by the Philly Sports Bar, 31 South Black Horse Pike, Runnymede, New Jersey, 856-939-4322, or on the web, phillydiner.com. You can also go vote on our Twitter feed, A2DRadio_com, about Doug Pederson's coaching tenure, how long it lasts. We talked about that in the first segment, and if he was a good fit for the Eagles. And that's bringing us in now to the NFC playoffs, AFC playoffs. But you can get in on all the action. You want to have a conversation with us. If you're interested, we're available. 856-295-1178. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is how you can find us. Gentlemen, does Cam stop dancing? We'll get into that in a few. But let's recap Kansas City, New England, Green Bay, Arizona from yesterday. KC, New England. I think we got into that a little bit. Tom's who Tom is, and that's what he does. He wins.
Yeah,
and
he's
the greatest of all
They
time.
slung.
He's the greatest of all time. That's why I talked about the kickoff, how you can't kick it back to him anyway.
Even though he threw a ball off Tom Holly's chest. That game goes a lot differently, and just the criticism of Belichick would have been huge if that ball gets picked off there. Because you're not running, you're throwing the ball. Oh,
well, a lot
God,
of cuteness last night with throwing the ball.
And then somehow it goes off his shoulder, caught behind him for a first down. Like, oh, my God, can they get luck here? Yeah. But that's what Tom did sling all day, and that's what they do. And KC was playing really good ball, and they threw all over him.
Yep, that's a real good defense. And
Gronk is just a man-child. You just can't. When Gronk's healthy, they're totally different.
Yeah, he's by far the toughest matchup in the NFL.
Yeah, when you get the Gronk Edelman healthy, they are a really good offense.
I mean, he was in the hospital Thursday with some knee issues. I mean, the guy's an animal.
Well, we talked about it. I mean, you talk about running.
The red zone option of him is amazing.
We talked about it yesterday. It's fine. We talked about it yesterday that they just run the same plays at you. And you just can't stop it, which is even more amazing. Yeah. It's not like there's more and more plays come out.
No,
I mean, it's the same routes, everything's the same.
The timing is just impeccable.
The timing, he is just, I mean, at his age, to be on another level still. He's just the greatest of all time.
His timing's amazing.
And I love Montana, but Brady's the best, man. I mean, he's just hands down the greatest. And there's no argument for it.
I hate him, but he's awesome.
And it's an easy comment for me to say, but he is who he is. And
he's the best.
And Denver's a good football team, and
I think Denver's going to beat them.
We assume Denver's going to beat Pitt, but I think Brady puts it to Denver again. Or puts it to Peyton again.
We talked about it before. I mean, we're all younger. We're a younger generation. Well, I'm older than you guys, but like when my dad told me, when my dad made that statement that one time, he said he's the best. And he's seen them all, in their prime, and he's special. He's just special, especially the whole story, how it all turned out.
Spurgeon Wynn was taking over him. Good job, Cleveland. Yeah. Spurgeon Wynn. That's all you need to know.
Not a winner.
Spurgeon Wynn drafted over Brady.
Yes.
Good work.
Spurgeon Wynn, not a winner as well. Let's clarify that. Let's hop into the other one. I mean, that game was what it was. I thought Kansas City put up a fight.
KC, awful time management. We already went into that.
We went into that. Arizona, Green Bay, the thrill of that was.
What a great game.
When you want to talk about a coach throwing when he shouldn't be throwing, Bruce Arians, who everybody claims is a genius, trying to throw in Sam Shield, Larry Fitzgerald, and giving the Hail Mary a chance to even happen last night.
That was my
and that was the interesting one last night.
Yeah, we talked about it. Tremendous game. It was a tremendous game. But the last 3 minutes, it had a little stench to it. They, like you said, they're throwing the ball. Packers got one timeout. They're throwing the ball, trying to, not like a little bubble screen. They're trying to stretch the field, trying to hit, Larry Fitzgerald up the sideline.
Don't get me started.
Well, bigger than that, Carson Palmer finally over the hump. We're never winning a playoff game. That's a list you don't want to be on.
He threw a couple picks last night. Now it's going nuts.
Yeah, he plays like that next week. They get rolled.
Oh, yeah, roll job. I don't care. They play Carolina or Seattle. If he plays like that, they get rolled.
But like I said, the last couple minutes just had that that stench to it, and they blitz Rodgers, which is fine. You don't want to get him all day. I have no problem with you blitzing, but why is Larry Fitzgerald or Michael Floyd back there? You see, not that that's like the norm, but you see every most teams do that. Like if you're playing the Lions, Calvin Johnson would be back there, and he wasn't in that game too. So talk about the stars lining up for the last two Hail Marys that the Packers completed. No Calvin Johnson should have been in there, and how about Fitzgerald? Somebody where you're not Patrick Peterson's like you got two little midgets back there, and he got out jumped by
Jeff Janis.
He got out jumped by
the
Jordy
white
Nelson.
guy making plays. I loved it.
Jordy Nelson in number 83's jersey. It was unbelievable.
Well, Janis making a big play, but Rodgers does it again. What he
fourth
does.
and 20, but completion before that. I mean, the dude's
yards.
just on point with his balls in clutch situations. 4th and 20, great ball. For like a 45-yard game.
61 yards.
And then, oh, my God.
Oh, the balls he throws are unbelievable.
And then a back foot Hail Mary that's in the clouds. It's in the clouds.
Yeah, and it's
I mean,
a seed in the clouds, too.
Gets you. That's the thing that gets you. They're so high, and that's why the timing
gives
gets
the
off.
guy a chance to go up and get it.
I don't think the corners even can react to it because it's like you got to find it. Where is it? And Jeff Janis went and made a play, but in overtime.
But how about 2 Hail Marys in the last month? Think of that.
It's unbelievable.
Like I was saying earlier, the only Eagles Hail Mary I can recall is Detroit playoff game when we rolled Detroit. Going into halftime, we completed a Hail Mary, Rodney Peete to Calvin
Rodney
Williams, I believe.
Rodney.
Like 95.
In that game.
Ray Rhodes' playoff win. And it was a Hail Mary going into half that we completed for a touchdown. I don't remember another one, and they've done 2 in the last month.
Well, how good is Larry Fitzgerald, though?
Yeah.
In overtime.
Oh, man.
In overtime, he's put on another gear on the catch and run, which was just amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And we talked about it earlier.
I thought he was going house.
Green Bay's got to make a tackle. But that's a great player making a play. And we talk about players making plays. Larry Fitz, Carson Palmer struggled, big time struggled, and one of your big time players came up and made a huge play for you.
Four guys had an angle on.
When you could fold in that situation.
He could have just fell down. Yeah, he could have just fell down, went out of bounds. 4 guys had the angle on him. He cuts it back.
How easy is to fold in that situation? The Hail Mary happens and you go to overtime, and it could be a letdown, and he goes and makes a big-time play for his football team.
How about the ref not flipping the coin the first time? What are you doing?
Yeah,
I love how Rodgers called, too. You could see it. It never flipped. It just stayed the same, and Rodgers was like, what the hell is that?
I had issues with that guy all day. I mean, that guy was like Ed Hockley light. I mean, he was wearing a schmedium, trying to show off his pipes. I'm like, get a shirt that fits. And that game might have been a blowout. It wasn't for that. I wasn't a phantom hands to the face on Pederson's pick.
It was slightly.
I mean, it was slightly there, but I'm saying that's one of the things you can call it all the time.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
Every play.
You can call holding or something like that all the time. And
it was called so that the game stayed close.
I agree.
Real quick, disagree. Only on a2dradio.com. We'll pause 15 seconds, station identification.
You're listening to A2D Radio. A2D Radio. A2D Radio. At A2DRadio.com.
Yeah, so when you're talking about that game, I was like, for sure, there wasn't a lot in overtime that happened. It was sort of bang, bang, right? It was done. It was done.
Real quick, yeah.
And then you had the coin flip. It didn't flip. I mean, it was sort of everything happened in one game. Like everything that could happen last night happened. It was sort of it was
a good game.
It was a great game to watch.
Yeah.
So that being said, Arizona moves on and they'll face the winner of Seattle, Carolina. But you're right, Carson Palmer, he has to play better. I mean, he can't play like that. He has to play better. It's a good defense, a good football team, and they're gonna make plays for you. But he's got to play better than that, especially against one of the defenses he's gonna be playing next, which segues into Seattle, Carolina. Who do you guys got today? Seattle, Carolina.
I think the Panthers get it done at home. I like the Seahawks all along. I just feel like how many bullets can you dodge? I mean, you're getting the beast mode back. And listen, they
missed a bunch of weeks.
They're very they're very lucky. They're good. You got to be a lot of luck goes into being good too. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, a 27-yard shankopotamus last week just to move on. It's like I feel like they're using up all their lifelines. Cam has played is the MVP of the league. You know, 2 weeks off. You know, they should be all geeked up, ready to go. I mean, it's gonna be a good game, obviously. But I think at the end, I think Carolina gets it done.
I'm right with you.
I think
Carolina gets it done, and I think they get it done. I think it's a close game, and they pull away at the end. I think it's decently handy, 24-14.
I think Seattle goes
maybe
in and gets the job done.
27-17.
I think this is what happens when you give a great team a break, and they got a big time break last week, and you let them extend. Right, this team's been extended. I mean, it's the big bad wolf. They've been extending the NFC. They're the team that comes out, and you give them another life, like you're talking about, another lifeline. And Carolina's a damn good football team.
They're a lot better at home, though, Seattle, than on the road.
No question. But if there's a team that can go into Carolina and beat them in the NFC, what team are you saying
I
it
think
is?
it's Arizona.
I'm saying it's Seattle. If a defense go in there and match up with Cam in terms of speed and match up with their running game and do things to them and make it difficult for Cam Newton, Seattle's that team. If there's a team to do it, Seattle's that team. If there's a team that make Cam stop dancing like so many people want him to do, which I actually like it, but if there's a team that can stop it, it's the Seattle Seahawks. So I think they upset them today. I think it's a close game.
Yeah, because if they stop,
It could be 2017. I mean, it's gonna be close.
If they stop Stewart and make him, and make him one dimensional.
They don't have that many weapons. So I mean, if they're
absolutely.
I mean, they match up well. Seattle's defense matched real well against that offense. That's all my point is. Carolina's going to do things defensively. We know that, and they're going to make plays too. So I think it's going to be a great game. I think Seattle comes out.
They're going to control.
Cam
Olsen.
slung on them earlier in Seattle.
I know what he did.
Olsen's a man. He brings his big.
That's who hurt them in Seattle.
They're going to have to find a way, to corral him. I don't know if Cam Chancellor can't. They're gonna have to give him help. He got eaten up last time, so we'll see.
We'll see. I think it's hard to beat a good team twice in 1 year. We talked about that. I thought Green Bay was going to give Arizona a fight last night because of that, and they gave them a fight. And I think Seattle gives them a fight today, but I think Seattle comes out on top because you give them that an extra chance. The extra chance was given. They were done. They were eliminated, packing the bags. It could have been the end of the Pete Carroll era for all intents and purposes, right? But now what happens? It extends, and this team's still in it, and it just gives them more life. And when you give a team like that another chance, that's dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're the
what's the problem?
Unless you're the Texans,
what's
expect
the problem?
all playoff games.
No, what's
to
the
be
problem?
tight.
You got a problem with dangerous?
No. I totally agree with everything you just said there, except for the end of the Pete Carroll era. How would it be the end of the?
For all intents and purposes, it's the end of this era of them.
The end of the season.
Okay, you're missing my point.
You have a 25-year-old quarterback who's just emerging as one of the best in the league and a great defense. You think it's going to be the end of the era?
No, but it slows it down. Does it not slow it?
It ends this season. I just poor truths and words. That's all.
Okay, well you can poor truths my
I didn't even
words.
say a word. You just saw my facial expression. You got all nervous.
When it starts going backwards, bro, I don't care about the age of the quarterback, but when you don't reach the level you reach to, it starts to go backwards. So
when you go to
never
Super Bowl
know.
back-to-back, here's pretty tough to go.
It is tough. What I'm saying, but nobody does it forever. At some point, the era comes.
Carolina wins today.
Okay, fine. And it can still be.
We're bringing it back in.
And it can still be that era going away a little bit, the Seattle era. Them being the big boys. A team beats them and knocks them out. They're no longer the great team in the NFC.
No, I know what you're saying.
Come on, guys.
Listen,
Unbelievable. Picking on my words like you're an English teacher all the time. Unbelievable. Let me just talk. Picking on words.
I'm letting you go.
I know you do. He's a problem.
I didn't even say a word.
Listen, I know what you're saying because they used to be indestructible at home, and now you see over the last 2 seasons they lost a bunch of home games too. So there's definitely a little chink in the armor, and they're a terrible play call away from being 2-time Super Bowl champions. So now you're saying so that's hard to follow, like you're saying, like hey, maybe they
don't get to the quarterback as much this year as they have in the past.
You don't fear them
too.
as much. They got hot at the right time. Now it dodged. Got lucky last week, and to Tom's point, like sometimes when you give somebody a little bit of air.
You give them another chance.
They kick the door in.
Why make them dangerous? You had them done. They were out. Minnesota was moving on, and somebody else was going to be that NFC team for once in a few years. And Carolina might be that team, guys. I don't think they're that good. I think they're good. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not. They can be beat, and if there's a team that's going to beat them, it's Seattle, right? I just believe it. I like Cam, guys, and I just think when you roll like that. That's how you get knocked down the first round sometimes. When you have that great of a regular season.
Their defense is really good, by the way.
I know who they are.
Seattle might not do anything today.
That's fine. I hate Russell Wilson, too.
Because they did nothing last week. They had a botched play where he got out of the pocket after a ball over his head and found a guy that was open on a botched coverage. That's the only way that they scored points last week.
Well, it was 9-0, and then AP put it on the carpet. It was 9-0 with like 10 or 11 to go in the fourth.
But you give them a chance, and if Carolina gives them chances today, they could be in trouble.
Well, turn the ball over, you can lose at home. I totally agree. But I'm saying That could definitely happen. But I think that Carolina's played so good all year, I don't see it stopping today.
Fair
in
enough.
my opinion. Carolina wins
Fair
by
enough.
10.
Fair enough.
I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm not. I don't think anybody's calling you a jackass. I mean,
Oh, no. I'm just,
when it's
nobody knows.
when it's 3, and when the Panthers are 3, that goes to show you that it's a coin toss, right? You get 3. Home field. Home field, they give you 3. Yeah, they give you 3. So even everybody believes that it's a coin toss.
Well, like you said, they're the ones you got beat. You go into it thinking Seattle's still the guy to beat because of the fact that they've been there the last 2 years.
Yeah, can Carolina end it?
Can they knock them off?
Can Carolina be the big bad wolf? We'll find out today, 105. Jumping into the 4:40 game, Pitt-Denver. Pitt banged up big time, guys. I mean, Antonio Brown out.
You feel bad for Pitt because, like we were saying
They're
a couple
dangerous,
weeks
man.
ago,
They
that
were
they
dangerous.
I think we all said they're such a dangerous team because of how good the offense is and Ben slinging. Ben's banged up.
They're still dangerous.
We don't even know if Ben can throw. Is
dangerous.
Ben going to be able to sling?
He's
we don't
playing.
even know.
He's playing.
Oh, he's going to play. You know that.
But I love him because he'll play through that. But like Denver,
But Antonio Brown hurts them.
we know
bad.
Denver's a good football team and their defense is tough. This looks crazy.
Yeah,
right?
well,
I
they
mean,
couldn't do
because you don't
anything.
even know. I go in saying Denver, and then Ben ends up slinging the Bryant and everybody else. So you don't know.
I think Ben throws the ball a little bit on them today. It hurts them bad because when they played a couple weeks ago and Denver won by a touchdown or whatever, Ben slung the Brown crazy. Brown had 250 or 240, hit a huge day.
Yeah, huge game.
And so no, Brown really hurts them because he's that good of a receiver.
No question. They killed
that good of a receiver. They still have Wheaton and Bryant, but no running game still really because no D'Angelo, no Le'Veon obviously. I think
there's a
Denver's
lot
going
of
to win.
issues.
I feel bad for Pittsburgh, but their D's not good enough. And I'm wondering, my question of this game is, do you think kind of Denver kind of was like, maybe I'm kind of curious, kind of thinking that maybe Peyton's been healthy and they've just been saving him for the playoffs, like the reliever, just keeping him in the pen. Because I kind of see Peyton coming out and playing well the next couple weeks and Denver going to the Super Bowl.
Fair enough. This league's so crazy, though.
I mean, Ben's one hit away from, that's why you get scared. He's one hit away from being out of the game in the first drive.
He is.
You know what I
But
mean?
you know what? You know what? This league is crazy. We talk about a turnover. Special teams play. So, I mean, I'm going to take Denver in this football game. Smartly take Denver.
Tomlin's a great coach.
They're going to come to play.
Tomlin's a
Pittsburgh's
great
going to come
coach,
to play.
and they'll show up.
If I was putting some
put the words right in my mouth.
Some shellings on
Perfect.
this game,
That's my guy.
I would take the over because I think they're going to score some points. Pittsburgh.
I love Mike Tomlin, and Sweeps is 100% on. They're going to come to play.
Oh, for sure.
And there's no question about that.
For sure.
And if there's a team that can be banged up and beat somebody, it's Pittsburgh. They find ways too. Ben's in. He's a winner.
If you keep them in the game, they could win at the end because Ben makes big plays in clutch time. We've seen it before.
It's just intriguing. Like Brown's out, which would make a great game, but it actually becomes a little more intriguing because can Pitt get it done banged up? Does Ben get it done with everybody banged up, him banged up?
Well,
it puts a lot more into the game.
Wheaton's going to have to
and
step up.
We got to see what Peyton gives us.
We know Ben's legacy.
Wheaton's going to have to step up because Talib will be now on Bryant.
We know Ben's
Wheaton's
legacy
gonna have to step up.
is great. He goes in there and wins this game beat up.
Forget it.
I mean, you got to get a statue made. Right? I mean, it's statue time. Maybe with a girl next to him, I don't know. Whatever they decide in Pittsburgh is right for him.
with his pants around his ankles.
A girl
with no bike helmet on.
A girl unwillingly next to him.
With a sign that says help. What is wrong with us? It's Sunday morning. But yeah, I mean,
I said no.
No means no.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I can't.
No doesn't mean no to Ben.
We can't. We anytime Ben Roethlisberger comes up, it goes this way.
Yeah.
Who? Raplesberger? It's not. You just have to say it.
Raplesberger. It's terrible. It's terrible. I feel like I can get arrested leaving this building for just talking like this, which is great. Yeah, Denver wins this game, but Pittsburgh's going to come to play, which is fun. Guys, moving on, we have AFC NFC championship game, and you already got one. You already got 2 tickets booked: New England, Arizona. So we're all intents and purposes Denver. Obviously, we all unanimously with Denver.
Are we getting Peyton? Another Peyton Brady? We're gonna get another Peyton Brady. It looks like possibly.
It looks like maybe obviously probably the last one.
Yeah,
it should be.
That's how it goes. It should be the last one in the AFC Championship. Like that's
for Peyton.
How
Brady might go another 5.
Tommy's still alive, but I think Peyton looks like the crypt keeper.
How they're
Tales from the crypt. He's
Chicken
ready to go.
Pawn, you taste so good.
But how their careers have gone with them playing big games against each other, it's only right. It's only fitting that they play each other in the AFC Championship as their last matchup.
It is.
And Denver's D's nasty.
Yeah.
Denver D's.
They ate New England up already once this year, so you got to watch it. I don't know. The thing is, like we said, with Edelman healthy and Gronk healthy, they're a different offense. With both of them healthy.
Absolutely.
They are. So what we're going to do on the other side is we're going to rank some NFL coaches. We'll do that. That should be fun. We'll see where guys land on our list, which should be real interesting. This is Agree, Disagree, only on the worldwide leader of Real Talk, A2DRadio.com. And this segment was brought to you by Martino Roofing. More than 15 years of roofing experience. Proudly serving Sewell, New Jersey, as well as Pennsylvania, Delaware, and the South Jersey area. 609-792-5103 on the web, MartinoRoofingLLC.com.
You're listening to the worldwide leader of Real Talk, A2DRadio.com.
This is Tom Arnone, owner and operator of A2DRadio.com and host of Agree to Disagree. If I want to go check out a ball game, there's no better place than the Philly Sports Bar located at 31 South Blackboard's Pike in Runnymede, New Jersey. With over 40 plasma and HD TVs, a brick oven, a 2-story deck, the sports bar has surpassed everyone's expectations. From the one-of-a-kind sports memorabilia to life-size sports figures, the bar stays true to its name. The Philly Sports Bar will provide quality service along with outstanding variety of the finest liquors and well-known beers in a family-friendly environment while remaining true to what they are, the best darn sports bar. That's the Philly Sports Bar located in Runnymede, New Jersey.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hey guys, Rob Povia here from Fantasy Dominance Now in the Hockey Happy Hour with a quick question. Are you in need of a professional home improvement? Then contact Harry's Contracting, 609-638-6336. That's 609-638-6336. No job too big, no job too small. The owner, Harry Ernst, is a fully licensed general contractor. Tile work, bathroom and kitchen remodeling, and just about everything else. No matter what you need, Harry will leave your home looking as beautiful as ever. Harry's Contracting offers free estimates, and if you mention A2D Radio during the estimate, Harry will give you 15% off the quote. Give him the job, tack on another 5% for a total of 20% savings off his already insane low prices. So contact Harry's Contracting today, 609-638-6336, or email Harry's Contracting Improvements at gmail.com. Harry's Contracting, insane home improvements.
You're listening to Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com.
Welcome back. Agree, disagree right here, a2dradio.com. Throughout the show, we previewed, we recapped NFC, AFC playoffs, and we started the show with Doug Pederson being a good fit for the Eagles. We wanted your thoughts on that. You can also vote on our Twitter page, a2dradio_com. How long does Doug Pederson's tenure last with the Eagles? You can vote there. You can get on the phone lines, 856-295-1178. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is how you can find us. And we're going to list some coaches here. We're going to give you a breakdown of our top coaches in the NFL, our worst coaches. We'll give you the whole thing, and this is brought to you by Harry's Contracting for Professional Home Improvement. Give Harry Ernst a call, 609-638-6336. Email him, harryscontractingimprovements@gmail.com. So listing the best coaches in the league. What'd you say, Brian?
No, it was reminding me of a movie. Stand-up comedian.
I think he was humming to himself.
That's fine. He just
But yeah,
he confused
I think
me.
the number one's pretty easy.
Well, that's fine. Well, how about we all give her one and get that out of the way?
Belichick.
Billy Boy.
Who's your two?
Tomlin.
I have John Harbaugh as two.
That's a good call. It's a good call for two. Harbs. I got Tomlin too. I'm a big Tomlin nut. Sweeps
I
got
love
Tomlin,
Harbaugh.
too.
He's in my top 5. Absolutely.
3.
Bruce Arians for me.
Mike McCarthy. I like Mike McCarthy.
Good one.
And I have Tomlin 4. You guys are already talking Tomlin.
Yeah.
Number 3. I
like Bruce.
I like Bruce too a little bit, but I'm gonna go a little bit. I'm gonna go Harbs 3. I'll go Bruce 4 to jump into that one. So you guys, who's your 4th?
Yeah, McCarthy for me. Just I mean, I think McCarthy's fantastic, but I just I got to give a slight edge to Arians.
I have Tomlin 4.
You're Tomlin 4.
Yeah.
5. I got McCarthy.
Johnny Harbaugh for me. But
Sean
once again,
Payton
another Super Bowl champ though. So.
Sean Payton 5th on mine.
6. I'm gonna go Big Red.
I actually have Arians 6.
You have Arians 6.
Pete Carroll 6 for me.
I'm sorry. I can't believe I did that. I don't have a list in front of me. Obviously, I'm
that's fine.
free balling this one. Let me go with you there.
I hate Pete Carroll.
He's right, though. I got to go Carroll
No,
over
he's a
Reed.
good
I don't know
coach.
what
I
I'm
just
doing.
hate him. He's handing out Adderall. He's a cheater.
That's fine.
I hate his guts.
That's fine.
Cheating bastard.
I got Reed 7.
I have Andy 7 as well.
And then
I'm one off with you guys. I got Peyton 7.
I got Peyton 8. To jump into 8, I got Peyton 8.
I got Peyton 7, Big Red 8.
Big Red 8. So we're right around there. Will's 8.
I have Rex Ryan 8.
I like that. I like the ballsy Rex move.
I think Rex is a good coach.
Where did Chip fall in?
20 spots away from sweeps. I got Rex at like 20. And I do, I'm tired.
Well, I hate Pete Carroll. This should be
Pete.
Pete Carroll, but I hate him, so I dropped him all the way down to 10th because I don't like
9,
him.
gentlemen. Who's 9 on
John Fox for me.
John Fox for me.
Also, John Fox for me as well.
It's amazing.
Johnny Fox. Awesome. So 10.
Ronnie Rivera.
Ron Rivera, good. 10.
I have Pete Carroll 10. Just because I can't move him outside the top 10, but I hate him so much that I can't have him inside of 10.
Understood.
So Rivera 10, and you had Will's 10. Who was you? Who were you? 10.
I have Pete Carroll 10.
Pete Carroll 10. That's right. I'm gonna go Marvin Lewis 10. Just because he's been winning for a while. I know they don't win playoff games, but he's been consistently winning over there.
I got him at 11.
I'll give him 10.
I'm right with you. I had him peaking in the top 10. Just for the the program that he's built, and they haven't got it done in the playoffs. Obviously, that's well documented.
Who's that?
The Bengals.
Marvin
But
Lewis.
I think Marvin does a good job. I know we feel like his fate might have been sealed after that debacle.
I thought it was going to be.
It was just
11.
I have Bill O'Brien.
Ooh, Billy O.
I like Bill O'Brien. I think he's a very good coach.
I have no problem with Billy. I just feel like he's fairly new at it. So some of those guys I have ranked a little further down. So.
No, I hear you.
At 12 I got Jeff Fisher. I know he's he drives people crazy, and but I feel like he did a good job in Tennessee and St. Louis. I don't know what that what kind of direction they're going. Obviously they just packed up and headed for the for La La Land, but I don't know. The Fish does a pretty good job.
I'll go Rex 12. Got to put him somewhere. 13, boys.
Kubiak for me.
13, I have Marvin Lewis.
13, I'll go Bill O'Brien. Gotta get thrown in there somewhere. 14,
Jason Garrett.
Garrett's a good call. 14.
Jeff Fisher for me.
I'll go Fisher as well. I'll go Garrett. 15.
Jack Del Rio, 15 for me.
Garrett, 15.
16 is Del Rio for me.
16 is Mike Zimmer.
I have
He's
Zimmer.
fairly new at it, but I like
Zimmer
what he's
as well.
doing. Yeah.
I think he's a really good defensive
what he's
coach.
doing.
And he's pretty much turned that secondary played well this year. The
No,
Vikings,
he's
after
gonna do
struggling
good
last year, which their biggest weakness was secondary. He's a really good secondary
Well,
coach.
this is working out well. I'm going Zimmer next.
I like
so.
Zimmer. I like Zimmer there.
Where are we at? 18.
17. I got Chuck Pagano. I thought they deal with a lot of injuries. I'm glad for their sake. I don't have any, I don't have any stake in the fight, but I thought they were decimated with injuries. Luck was terrible before he got injured, and I think Pagano does a good job.
I like Pagano there as well.
You like Pagano there as well?
Yeah.
I'll go Pagano there too. So moving on. What are we at? Now we're at 18?
How many new coaches are there? Is there 7?
7.
7, right? Okay.
18, I got Todd Bowles.
I got Todd Bowles too.
Oh, he did a fantastic job.
Wells?
I have somebody that you guys already said. Like Ron Rivera, I think. 18.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. I had it written down.
That's fine. 19. I'm going to go Chip Kelly.
19 and 20 for me are two guys you guys already threw out. I got Bill O'Brien, then Rex. 19, 20.
I'm going Chip, 19.
The Chip one's not a bad call there, but
Just run out of names, man. I mean,
No, absolutely.
He's got to go
like
somewhere.
I said, I guess I should have prefaced it.
Can't put new guys in that.
I just had the new guys all.
The new guys are all
seven,
on the bottom. Yeah,
seven.
that's what my bottom.
But Chip
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a coach for 3 years, so I mean, he could.
One point a game. It's got to go somewhere.
He
He probably should be ahead of Rex, to be honest with
Chip
you.
ahead of McCoy.
Well, no, Rex is going to AFC Championship, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Todd Bowles. That's why I put
Rex
him
is all
ahead.
playoff games.
Yeah, Todd Bowles I like. I thought he,
I'll take Bowles after Chip. I'll go Chip, then Bowles for me.
So where are we at? 22?
Round out my
21.
20. To round out my 20.
21 for me is Jay Gruden.
It's fine.
I'll take that too. He
It should have been maybe a little higher.
Ballsy move, taking Kirk and making Kirk the starter, and it worked out for him.
It did.
It's good for him.
Maybe we should have taken him a little higher, all of us, but that's fine.
Yeah.
22.
What are you gonna do?
I got Dan Quinn. I mean, before the meltdown, I thought he.
I feel like he should go last. Like all the other new coaches should go ahead of him, and Dan Quinn should go last because it just shows you players win, right?
They have so
He
much
goes
talent.
in,
They
and
have so much talent
and
in
they're the
this
same team. They're the same guys. Mike Smith gets canned, right? Because it's Mike Smith.
But they have so much talent, they stink.
I know it's unbelievable. Mike Smith gets canned because you're not good enough, and you come out.
I'm still of
you
the
come
opinion
out,
that
you know,
Matt Ryan
guns
stinks.
blazing, and then can the real win? A Falcons stand up, and they sure as hell did. But no, I like him there. That's where he should go. You're right.
I'll put him even lower. I put him at 32.
That's where I would like to put him. But
I mean, listen.
I hate him.
Absolutely.
I
But
don't
it's
like
gotta
him
go ahead
one
of the
bit. You
other.
know who I take? I take ahead of him is even though he's really not done anything, but I like Mike McCoy.
Yeah, I got the last three guys before the new guys. I got Bradley, McCoy, and Caldwell.
I like Gus Bradley too.
Yeah.
Jim Caldwell stinks.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's fine.
How has Detroit not fired him yet?
Yep. Awful.
How's Detroit? Do we have things?
He could be 31st.
So then,
if Quinn's 32nd.
So let's just finish that with the 7 new guys. Well, Tommy threw a chip.
Well, the top new guy, in my opinion,
it's Hugh. I got
is Hugh Jackson of the new guys moving in.
I got Hugh, Chip, Gase, Cutter only because maybe he's, he was a college head coach. You know, he's got some experience.
Wow.
You know.
Wow. Okay,
I mean,
keep going. Keep going.
Peterson, 30th.
Keep
listen,
going.
When you get down here, I mean,
I know. Keep going.
McAdoo, and then
I gotta get. We
and
gotta
then
let
for
the
me-
list go on and on.
and for
And
me,
no
it's-
comments allowed.
For me, no, you can go. Peterson and
You got
Malarkey.
freaking Dirk Cutter with no tree. I'm talking Hyperion trees earlier.
Malarkey's
The
had-
tallest tree in the
Malarkey's
world,
been a coach
right?
before. I might put Peterson after him.
Yeah.
But I might put Peterson.
No, the Dirk Cutter got me.
No.
The Dirk Cutter freaking
He's over Dirk Cutter,
upset
in my
me.
opinion.
Yes, Doug Peterson's over Dirk Cutter. The rest of my life. When you went Dirk Cutter, I was exploding.
I didn't want to do it. Last night I was writing it. I went, how can I write this guy's name down? He said, oh, my God.
But he does have Jameis, so he does have
It's Cutter and
Jameis.
it starts with a K. Get a clue.
Oh, dude.
It's funny, though. It's
Nah,
funny.
I'm with you.
I got Peterson somewhere in the middle of that.
Yeah, when
You know,
get
you don't
when
know.
you
You don't
get down
know.
there, exactly.
You don't know any of that.
But I
You
didn't
don't know.
consider Chip a new one, so I put him up a little higher.
neither do I.
I would have had 19, I think. I mean, that's right where he sits.
Said 3.
He might even be higher than that.
In 3 years, he's won, what, 27 7 games?
Yeah, if he didn't get ran out of town like he did, he's up in the top 12, really, essentially, because he's won more games than a lot of guys over the last 3 years. And you got to look at that. Regardless, all the extra puts him down further, right? All the extra stuff that came with
Oh,
it.
he's a racist, so you got to factor
Yeah, you got to factor that in.
Filthy animal.
Reported. He doesn't say hello to you in the hallway, so you have to put that. Like,
He likes
you go down a slot for that.
He might bat for the other team. We're not sure.
We're not, but that's all drops.
That's why he went to San Fran.
It's all drops. So, yeah, stop it. You're I love it.
Then you get a chuckle out of you
I
guys.
got you.
Can I get a chuckle?
I'm right here.
Jesus Christ. Can the guy get a chuckle on a Sunday morning?
Well, no, our producer Rob Povey is showing me something as you're saying that. So I'm focusing here, and then you quick me with San Fran and Chip, and then you got my giggle. So it all came circle. You got to the giggle.
I
mean, I'm going to pat yourself on the back a little bit more.
I want to apologize. I was just thinking about
focus is
when you said
outside.
you didn't say hello to you in the hallway. To me that's hilarious.
Supposedly to Brandon Boykin.
Just give him a little, give his coffee a little swirly with your junk.
It's just funny.
Instead of being butthurt about it, give his drink a little swirly with your junk and move on.
Nobody on the team even came out afterwards.
Is that a thing? Wait, is that a thing?
I
Do people junk coffees? Is that a thing?
Always have a lid, Wills. I mean, if you're going to learn anything from Uncle
better
Sweeps,
have a lid.
if you're going to learn anything
Jesus
from Uncle
Christ.
Sweeps today, always have a lid,
Is that
my
a
friend.
thing?
I don't
you just
think
kinda
it is.
ruined my world.
I don't think it is.
that's
I think it should be a thing.
I hope that's never happened to my coffee.
I think it
before.
should be a thing, but I don't know if it is.
Christ almighty. That's awful.
If I got a problem
That's
with you,
awful.
I'm going to swirly your coffee.
Wow.
Nuts in the coffee. Mental note.
Mental note, don't get coffee with Sweeps.
Mental note, keep an eye on Sweeps around the coffee.
All right, so
It's gotta be iced coffee.
we ranked our coaches 1 to 32. It was fun just to throw it in there. And Dog Days of Summer, Sports Radio, we'll throw some things in there. On the other side, we'll have the 6-pack questions with Rob Povia. And all this was brought to you, well, first off, you're listening to the Bad Boys of Sports Talk on the worldwide leader of Real Talk, A2DRadio.com. And this last segment brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, your certified public accountant, 215-369-3300 on the web, GibsonMayer.com. Welcome in to the worldwide leader of what? Real Talk, A2DRadio.com.
This is Head, your dude with the tunes from A to Z classic rock. When I'm hungry and in the mood for pizza or killer sandwich, I head to Legends Tap, located at 318 High Street in Burlington, New Jersey. Pleasant atmosphere, delicious pizza, kickin' sandwiches, great iced tea, soda, or if you prefer an adult beverage, they have that also. 318 High Street, Burlington, New Jersey, Legends Tap, the best pizza this side of the Delaware.
Hey, if you're interested in buying, selling, or renting a house, call Kingsgate Realty at 856-931-1200. Ask for Patrick Pokikio or visit their website at kingsgatere.com, located at 57 West Kings Highway, Mount Ephraim, New Jersey.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by The Sports Outlet, located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. With over 40 years of customer experience giving the latest in uniforms and equipment to sports enthusiasts of baseball, softball, football, basketball, hockey, soccer, and much more. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or send them an email at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit their website at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all of your sporting needs.
You're listening to Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com.
Boom. Bad boys. Agree, disagree. Right here, a2dradio.com. We talked about a lot. We rated our coaches 1 to 32 in the NFL. We did NFC, AFC playoffs, talks, recap, previews. We did all that. And we started off with Doug Pederson, a good fit for the Philadelphia Eagles. We asked that question, and we also put it out on our Twitter question. How long does Doug Pederson's coaching tenure last? And you can vote there. Right on our Twitter page, A2DRadio_com is how you can vote. And you can get on the action, 856-295-1178, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is how you can find us. And I usually don't do this. I usually make you go to the Twitter page to get the results. But today I'll be a nicer guy. I'll be generous. I'm in a generous mood.
Should we wait till after the questions?
Nope. I'm going to give it to him right now because after the questions, I'm going to go home and watch football, and I probably won't get to it. So let's be real about this.
All right.
Okay?
Well, you just told them to vote. Now
well, they can vote still. You can vote until it's done. I'm just giving you the results right now, Brian. The vote's up for another 9 hours.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
All right? Let me run the goddamn show. Let
me
run the goddamn show. You and Mataraki both. Let the guy who runs the damn show handle his damn business. I know what I'm doing. Unbelievable.
You're looking for role players, aren't you? Is that what you're looking for?
So a couple guys might be going.
Brian's
this shit keeps up.
This shit keeps up.
How long will Doug Pederson's coaching tenure last with the Eagles? 1 to 2 years, 3 to 5, or longer. Wow, how about that? 51 votes came in. I usually don't give that out either, but it's a good number. 44% say longer. 3 to 5, 29%, and 27%, which is the lowest, say 1 to 2. So most people say longer, which is amazing.
27% say 1 to 2. God, I hate those people.
People
Everyone
are
that voted
idiots.
1 to 2, just unfriend us.
Well, them 1 to 2 should be 0, and them 3 to 5 should be a bulk. So it should be almost, pretty even from 3 to 5 and
1 to 2
longer.
just means we're in disarray. Really, if it's 1
People
to 2,
want disarray.
we're in such bad shape.
People want disarray.
Because they're awful.
People on the crappy dial look for disarray agendas.
Yeah, they look for chaos.
I don't look for agendas.
Chaos is
I have plenty of agendas, but I'm not on a bounty search for them.
Yeah, chaos
Talk about how you feel, dude. Why is it always
chaos makes for
not for
talk.
me.
No, I'm saying not
No, I know.
us either. I'm
But
saying
for us,
other people.
For us, good talk.
Other people like to wallow in pity and
Good talk is
disaster,
just calling what you see. No agenda, right? No bigger agenda. I don't have agenda, right?
Agendaless. I don't even have an agenda.
That's fine.
Fellas, real quick.
Go ahead.
Any concerns that that the Sixers might win like 20 games? I mean, they're playing tremendous with Ish Smith. They're 5-37. I'm just saying, this whole thing, I hope doesn't blow up after all this hard work.
I don't care how many games they win. It just has to be the least amount in the league.
No, I
don't
agree with
care.
you. I know.
If Lakers win 18, they can win 17. Just they better have the least amount of wins.
Yep, just gotta get the one. Gotta get the one. That's simple. So we're gonna hop in six pack of questions here with Rob Povia, brought to you by. Well, first off, the Twitter question brought to you by Scanzano Sports Center, located Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 856-889-3434 on the web, scanzanosports.com, and our six-pack of questions brought to you by Romeo. Maybe you got a couple six-packs left over and the bugs get in and you need Romeo. Romeo's Termite and Pest Control, your local pest control provider, family-owned and operated business, 856-341-3927 on the web, romeospestcontrol.com. Mr. Povia, take it over.
Gentlemen, what's up this morning?
What's up?
Remind me of Fred Schwartz. Remember Fred Schwartz? That's why I always say that,
Gentlemen.
That's why I always say the same thing, Rob. We used to have an AD back at the school who would always introduce himself. Gentlemen. Fred? This is Fred. I have one buddy of mine, Steve Polsonella. He used to work at a job, and his interaction with him and his boss would be, Steve? Ron? That's it. For 3 years. Good, some great bosses out there. He had one of them.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Steve, Ron, that's it.
You got
know how you douse your day. They didn't get that far. No, why rush it? Why get in? Why get that deep?
You gotta love that camaraderie.
Do your job, go home, right? Man, that's what Ron seems like the type of guy.
Dynamite dropping.
How were the tables? Like how do things go in the restaurant tonight? Not a care in the world.
Well,
Steve,
speaking with new camaraderie, and
Rob,
sticking with your Twitter question, I want to ask you boys, what is the biggest challenge awaiting Doug Pederson when he takes over the role as head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles?
I don't think it's players. I don't think it's taking on all the stuff that comes with a head coach. I think the biggest thing and the challenge is the media. Really, I mean, the media is a challenge for a new head coach, especially this media. But I think bigger than that, can he work with Howie Roseman? That's the biggest challenge. There's no bigger one than that. The media, you're going to always have to answer questions.
Yeah, that could
That's
be
a big
big.
one.
I
But
hear you.
Howie Roseman, can they work together? Because that whole tenure that we talk about is all about how good this relationship is. If the relationship is bad, it could be 1-2.
I just want to see him come in and establish what he wants to do. And I think one of the biggest issues is going to be maybe, I guess, the decision of what we pay Bradford and do we keep Bradford. That might be the first thing. The number one when he first gets here.
Ties into how good his relationship is with Roseman.
Yeah.
Do they agree on the same things? You need to agree. And not on everything, because it's not going to happen. But majority running an NFL franchise, you got to agree on stuff.
Yeah, for me, it's his ability to handle the expectations. That's number one. And then
Yeah, that's a big one.
if you go to the field, then you need, can he get a quarterback? Can he get his not necessarily his quarterback, but
Can he develop one?
Is Sam staying, or where are they going from now? Because we know what Dirty Sanchez is all about. So it's got to be is Sammy here, or is he going to be able to have that guy that he can rely on to run his West Coast offense?
Big thing is, what is his expectations? Is it coming in and he has to win right now, or does he have leeway?
Well, everybody wants to win right now, but
I know.
I think you can't expect. It's like what Belichick was saying. The turnover of the league, it's ridiculous. You can't expect a guy to come in and establish dominance the first year. Like, it doesn't happen.
No.
You got to let someone build.
But this fan base.
But that's how the league wants it. Everyone in the league.
Until he has
everybody's
it.
instant.
What have you done?
Everybody wants
instant
oatmeal.
gratification.
No
Instant
question.
oatmeal.
Everybody in every business. Everybody wants it everywhere.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I judge it once he gets his quarterback, and that's when it starts pressing for me. That's when you got to get rolling. If it's a young kid, I need him developed, whatever. So when he gets his quarterback, I think you can really determine all that. Rob, next one.
Sticking with football, with another Gronk playoff performance yesterday, it behooves me to ask, who's the greatest tight end ever?
Gates, I have to go with, just because of his numbers.
Tony Gonzalez, but Gronk is fast approaching.
Gronk's fast approaching, but
I'm a Tony Gonzalez guy. Shannon Sharp.
I like Tony. I'm a big Gates guy because all he did was catch touchdowns. And he played somewhere where in San Diego you can sort of get hidden.
Well, so Tony has the most, right?
I know. I just like Gates better.
Gates has over 50, I'm sure.
No, but I'm just saying I just like Gates. I just feel like he was the overshadow guy.
Well, he kind of came out of
San
nowhere,
Diego,
too. Was a basketball player.
But Gonzalez is a big name. Gonzalez is a big name.
Anybody when we growing up factor in this equation? Mark Bavaro, Jay Novacek.
They're all great tight ends. They're all damn good tight ends. Shannon Sharp, like Sweep said.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, it wasn't really a passing league. It wasn't a passing league. It was just like,
I
love Bavaro. Bavaro was great. You know what I mean? It was like, he just beat you up. He's a great run blocker. Great teammate. Red zone guy. But
It's never been a glamorous position. Now it's getting more with Gronk, like in Gates and Gonzalez sort of help pave the way.
Jimmy Graham, they used to split him out. They used to split him out.
Yeah. Tight end can run faster than wide receivers. So it's a great question. I mean, Gates, Gonzalez, and Gronk have to be your top three. And Gronk, and listen, he might shatter all of them. We may be talking in 3 years. Forget the other two.
Dude's a monster.
As long as he has Brady, it's Sling City.
Dude's a monster. I think anyone can sling to him, too.
No, anybody can, but
and once he gets running, dude, people just don't tackle him. People just don't tackle him.
It doesn't hurt his case. He's the greatest quarterback of all time throwing.
No,
too.
I'm well aware, but I'm saying
he's a monster.
I'm saying anybody can throw to him, though.
No, as long as he stays down the right path.
Doesn't
pull an Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, doesn't commit murder.
Stay away from Aaron Hernandez.
Unbelievable. No Lawrence Phillips. That's too soon. Sorry. Moving on.
It's not too soon for
Not
Lawrence.
when you're in prison.
No,
when you're in prison, Cat.
He
killed
Sorry about that. He killed his
cellmate.
He killed it. Yeah.
He killed his cellmate. Wait, he killed himself?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Nobody misses.
Smart
Nebraska
decision.
might.
Nobody can strangle.
They got what they needed out of you. I'm
yourself.
sorry. They got what they needed out of you,
Nobody
Nebraska.
strangles yourself better than yourself.
Well, who's the old head coach of Nebraska?
Tommy Osborne.
Tommy Osborne got what he needed out of you. He didn't come busy in the jail cell, I guarantee that. Tommy was like, thanks. Thanks for everything you did, Lawrence.
I'm going to send a letter.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Postmark the letter for him.
Next one.
All right. I heard this question listening to one of the playoff games on the radio. I wanted to bring it to the show here. When the NFL officials meet this offseason to review the rule book, what is one rule that should be amended?
Maybe the wide receiver thing. About taking it all the way through the
ground.
the Des Bryant thing or whatever. I know it was originally the Calvin Johnson thing, but
their hands are so big, like you need to hold on to the whole time.
Yeah, hold on to the ball. I like it. Hold on to the ball.
I'm just saying.
If you're hunting
it
for
seems
a change,
like a hot topic, though. You know what I mean, that's all.
I don't know, Rob. I don't know what their first thing is.
Because it's different than when you're running back.
I got a bigger one. I know what it is. These guys got to be full-time employees of the NFL. It's a $1 billion company, and these guys are not considered full-time employees of the NFL. They don't,
What, the refs?
Yeah, they need to be full-time employees where they don't have to go work another job. They're full-time employees.
Gene's Territory was out there doing some college basketball
He's
yesterday.
a Big Ten guy.
But my point is that you want everybody, you want continuity, you want them all on the same page. The way to do that is like baseball does. Granted, it's a longer season, but pay them more, make them full-time employees. You have the money, and make them go through more classes, make them do more stuff together,
because
more
there's
training.
There's too much penalties. The NFL is ran by penalties. It's ridiculous. Games are won and decided by the
point
refs.
is they need to be full-time employees of the NFL. It's a $1 billion company. It's a disgrace that all sports, these guys aren't full-time employees. It's a joke.
Right.
It's an absolute joke.
Right.
They should be training all year long for the speed of this game. And you got guys coming in here, right? Oh, to do a couple preseason games? Cuts. We talk about preseason. The speed's different. You got to be ready. Game one of a season, these guys are flying, and they're hunting. And you got, like, me and you out there, essentially, didn't work all till since last year, and we're out there with the speed. Oh, they go to a couple practices? Come on, dude. Pay them as a full-time employees and be done with it, and I guarantee they get better. Right?
I agree.
Right? If you, like me, right? I haven't done softball since, November? Well, the first game I go out to this year, that's a tough game. I got to get back locked in again. Even the first couple, and the speed's not the same. No. Come on, man. Yeah. And I'm a better athlete than half of them.
That moron makes $44 million a year, so he can give up a little bit to make these guys full time.
Yeah, they need to be.
Build a giant complex so Ed Hockley can lift weights. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the answer.
House.
Here's the answer that James Lofton gave on that.
Oh yeah,
podcast.
I like James Lofton.
And it was surprising coming from a wide receiver. He said that they should get rid of the what do you call it? Pass interference rule where it's put right at the spot of the ball, so it could be a 40-yard penalty. Every pass interference should be 15 yards, automatic first down. That
college.
way,
Like in college.
right, exactly. That way, you're not just heaving one up. You get a little bit where the guy's not looking in the direction of the quarterback, and all of a sudden, it changes the landscape of the game.
Not a bad one.
It's just
I don't
games
like
are
that.
but
I don't like it. It goes back to Tommy's point. Like if they're full time and they're trained properly, they don't call that petty thing.
Yeah,
right there.
I think it's
I
bigger than all
I don't
of
like
it.
a guy pulling a guy down at the 1 yard line. Because he's beat or something.
In defense of James Lawson, he's not going to say that on an NFL broadcast. Like he's not going to have the balls to say, well, these guys got to be full-time employees.
Oh, yeah.
I can come on here and say, you got to give these guys full-time employees. It's bigger than anything. We can talk about catches and A, B, C, and D. At the end of the day, if they're locked in from the beginning, like some of these guys are lawyers and it's crazy. Just pay them full-time.
Right. Have
Have them working all week long. Pay these guys $500,000 a year and be done with it. Give him a nice house, Roger, you jackass. Now, James said that he's out of a job.
All right, next, moving on to baseball. What has been the best winter signing? It's been the worst.
So I'm going to let you go first on this, brother.
I think we talked about it weeks ago. We like what the Diamondbacks are doing. So I guess if you
we know they can hit.
Exactly. They put up some runs last year. The offense was fine, so they didn't have to part ways with Pollock, which was huge for them. And anytime you get a guy like Greinke back, forget about the Shelby Miller thing. Greinke was a monster.
Your worst signing?
I don't know.
My worst signing goes yesterday.
Probably Price for their money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know they had to do it, and we talked about that before. Like, you got the guy, you got Kimbrel at the back end, you got regular season David Price, but to me, it's so much money. It's $200 million.
My best one might be the Yanks. I'm sorry, you put Chapman in the back end of that bullpen with them arms.
Amazing.
Listen, it's a big one, but a little one because we all get
looking
enamored with the starters and the big hitters,
we can beat them.
and we don't think we sometimes forget about the bullpen. But when you got three guys in the back end that can shut you down 7, 8, 9. Ooh,
all day, dude.
Ooh,
All
day.
Like you ain't touching them guys.
Yeah.
They're three legit. They could be the three of the best closers in baseball, and they're going to be 7, 8, 9 for you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You've never had three relievers have over 100 Ks, and you could have that.
You could.
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
We're not going to hit after the 7th.
Right.
For me, there's been a bunch. Probably Zobrist maybe at the top of the list. All right,
but
the Cubs are trying to take that
But
next step, and they got a lot of pups. And they bring in that veteran presence, so being a Cardinals guy, that kills me to say that, but Zobrist.
I think Chris Davis is a bad one. They gave
Way
a
too much
guy
money.
who essentially
Agreed.
just hits home runs. They gave him a ton of money.
Too much, I
Fourth
agree.
biggest contract ever. Are you kidding me?
It's kind of
the
why
guy
I
hit
asked.
like 240 last year.
Real quick, I agree with that one. so I don't forget about this. There's a formula to what the Yankees are doing right now, and Kansas City proved it.
Yeah,
when you were lights out from 7 on, like Kansas City was, and they would go to 2
you can have mediocre starters. Mediocre starters.
There's a formula to this, and I think the Yankees are sort of biting off Kansas City a little bit. There's a formula to this. Let's go. We can get to the 7th. We got bats to get to the 7th. We got enough arms to get there. Like I think Captain came out and said we're fine on starters because he knows. Just give me 6.
Well, they're also Yankee fans don't want to hear that, but they're 2 years away from being that evil empire again because all that money's coming off, and then look out.
Well, I kind of asked this question based on the Chris Davis deal.
Yeah, I figured that. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, terrible deal.
Awful. Way too
they
much
sort of
money.
forced to do it.
Yeah, but it's too much money. I'd rather give Cespedes a deal than Davis. In my opinion,
I'd rather get Upton than money.
Me too, Jay. Yeah.
I mean, that's the guy. The main guy I saw.
I was hoping the Phillies were giving Upton some money.
I had him. Phillies taking him. As a spot he can land.
He's my guy.
He's a Gold Glove caliber outfielder, and he'll hit 35 in our field.
And he's young enough to.
He's 26.
He's young enough to follow.
Got all these pups, dude. Just get that.
Get the guy in.
Bring one guy in.
Sort of paved the way for the pups.
Right-handed power hitter, man.
In this ballpark, right-handed power. Justin Upton's my guy.
Yeah.
You can. I mean, we've done it forever. I've been saying Justin Upton. I think midway through the season, I'm already looking at the next because we were so bad. Go get Upton, spend some money on the guy, and let him help the young kids come up because he's young enough at 27 to be able to pave the way. I mean, he's gonna be a good hitter till he's 32, 33. He's coming into his prime. Spend a couple bucks.
Technically, the prime of your career is 26 to 31, 32 as a baseball player.
Yeah, he's right in it, right in the mix.
I think, right.
Unless you're a running back.
He's 27. Yeah.
All right, well, the Flyers absolutely dominated the Rangers. It was good to see that yesterday, except it went to a shootout, and the Flyers never win a shootout.
Yeah.
It's a given, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring this to the show. Who do you hate more, the Rangers, the Devils, or the Penguins?
Rangers.
Yeah.
Rangers. I hate New York, so it's an easy one. But I like it. I hate the Penguins.
I hate the Devils.
I hate the Devils, too.
I hate the Devils just because of back in the day, everything. Scott Stevens. I just despise Devils. Marty Brodeur. And then I hear people like, well, they're actually from New Jersey. So technically you should be a Devils fan, not a Flyers fan. Go screw yourself, okay? And I just hate the Devils. I hate the Rangers as well because I hate everything New York. I don't even go to New York. I don't even want to walk in there.
Well, they're 1A and 1B with them, too.
But, yeah, the Devils. Devils are top of my list.
I don't hate the city of Pittsburgh.
Like 3.
Pittsburgh's 3. I don't hate the city of Pittsburgh. That's why I don't have
people
one.
hate Pittsburgh.
I hate the Rangers.
I hate the Rangers.
Sidney Crosby, just looking at his face. I love to cave it in. I know he does what he does, but to me, it's like, it's a tough guy sport, and like I said, everybody has a niche, but just I just want to bring his that. Oh no, of course, Gretzky, of course.
They don't fight or anything.
Well, blood was boiling in that rivalry, but they've kind of gone in opposite directions since then. So it as hot as it was, we brought up that poll in the Hockey Happy Hour, and everybody was saying Pittsburgh. If we were to ask it again, I guarantee you it would be the Devils or the Rangers. Right? Well,
I think it's just the Rangers because I don't know.
They're really good right now.
They're really good, and I think that we played them so much in the playoffs throughout the years, and I just think they became that rivalry. But it was New Jersey for a while. It was Pittsburgh for a while. I think it's sort of leaned towards the Rangers, but Devils, and they're all good.
It's the Rangers right now.
I hate them all.
The biggest rivalry currently is the Rangers. If you're going to go through teams, just because they are really good, and we're trying to get them,
and we're trying to be as good as they are.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That made me cringe.
Yeah, right. All right. Get away from the sports world.
I love it. I was waiting for it. 6 to midnight.
Yep, we're bringing back Smash, Marry, Kill. And this week's theme, not only just porn stars, but porn star legends.
Adult entertainers.
Yeah.
Because we're classy.
Hey, no doubt.
Adult entertaining legends.
And that way everyone, from old to young will know who we're talking about here.
Of course.
All right. So Smash, Marry, Kill. Jenna Jameson, Christy Canyon, Tara Patrick. Smash, Marry, Kill.
I'll go first.
Smash away, Brian.
Jenna. Smash, marry Christy Canyon, and kill Tara Patrick. I never liked Tara Patrick. Not a fan.
Sweepsy.
Oh, my goodness.
Jenna, I was a big fan for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably smash Jenna. I would need a lot of help. I would probably have to climb in there with my whole head. But I mean, why not?
You step inside.
I would
step inside for a cold one.
Anyone home?
I would probably need a mining cap.
He's gonna need a coffee after
and
that.
some directions.
Well,
but I had no problem.
Maybe suspend reality. Maybe you're getting her at her heyday. You're getting each one of these at their heyday.
Oh, heyday.
Right out of college, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That switches
Well,
up
then
big
Jenna,
time.
yeah.
18 by 2
Smash
days.
Jenna, probably marry Patrick and kill the Canyons.
Kills the canyon.
With my unit.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm killing Tara, Patrick.
Yeah, Tara Patrick. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I'm gonna marry Jenna because I'm talking heyday, prime. I'll marry. I'll lock that down.
Like when she
keep
was
her
on
in the house.
When she was on, I always remember her being pretty young on the Howard. What's the Howard star?
Private Parts.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key word. The key
She's-
word, like you said, back in the heyday. Because now, oh, my God.
And I'll smash Christy.
Well, now they're she's 20 years of getting just like, a little beat up, I would assume.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Things are falling out.
I think you all nailed it. I mean, Christy Canyon, the big canyons.
Yeah.
Be good on milk for my baby, so I'm gonna marry her.
Yeah.
Right? Smash Jenna. And Tara Patrick is absolutely a bitch. If you've ever seen like outtakes, she's like, bitch, you were supposed to do that like
You watch
real
porn
high
outtakes?
maintenance. Yeah, dude.
There
I
is a
got
better.
from that, and that's great.
It's well documented.
I love that.
I gotta go up high on that.
Dude,
I never thought of that.
That is
I would love to see outtakes.
That is a wily veteran right there.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience for that.
He's
This
so
guy's
deep in the game, he's watching outtakes.
This
I
guy's
love
got
it.
the patience for that. I mean,
I love he's calling him
I'm
a
one
veteran.
seed in, and that's it. I'll get back to you guys later. I'm one
Dude's so
seed
deep in the game, he's watching outtakes.
I love it. I love how you said
Let's see how
that.
she done that first take there.
What a veteran, though. I mean, what a veteran
Oh, yeah.
presence to bring to the
Absolutely.
table. I mean, that's amazing. I love it. I love it.
That's
It's
great.
good to know about them because, I mean, it might make you more attracted to them if they're a little bit of the C word. Right, it might turn you off or it might turn you on. You might like this. She's demanding.
Well,
and saying,
Brett McHenry-
we're going to do it this way. We're going to put it
Well,
this. We're going to put it here first.
It's about two things, and it's all well established.
We backdoor first here.
But you can find out where they're dancing next. You can find out if they're hitting the Moonlight Bunny Ranch at any time soon. You know what I
True.
mean? So,
You never
yeah.
know when you got some cash in Vegas and you go hit the Moonlight Bunny Ranch.
We're moonlighting.
Dennis Hoff.
Calling Lamar.
Dennis Hoff. I love it. Listen, I just want to go and pick out. Like I just want that buffet style one day in my life and be like so on somebody else's tab where I can just like literally stand there and be like, I get two?
You pick 3?
Oh.
It's a
Uno,
grab
dos,
bag.
tres. I'll do that in Spanish for you too. Get you real turned on. No, I mean I would love the buffet style.
Call
Where it's
Lamar. Have a good time.
Yeah, call Lamar, of course.
Not too soon.
No, never. Call Chloe too. Chloe would love to get her hands around you, lock you in.
I'd like to kill her.
Well, that's the six-pack, gentlemen.
It is a 6-pack. We have 3 minutes to kill.
Good work.
31 days till pitchers and catchers.
Listen, I'm excited to see what the Phils bring out, spring training wise. I'm excited to see some of these young kids play. And I said to Mike the other day, I don't want to talk a lot about that period because we're going to spend a ton of time talking baseball.
As soon as football
on
ends,
all
it's going to be a
shows.
lot of baseball.
I mean,
so.
I know on this show, on other shows I'm on, it's going to be a lot of baseball talk. I can't wait for it. I just
love
can't
it.
wait for
I
it to
love
be
it,
good. But let's recap what we did today. Talk Doug Pederson, good fit for the Eagles. You can let us know everywhere, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, A2D Radio there. You can also still vote. How long does Doug Pederson coaching tenure last? You can vote there on our Twitter page, A2D Radio_com. We gave predictions, recap NFC, AFC. We gave our top coaches, 32 in the NFL. That was fun. And then we did our 6-pack of question with Rob Povia. So it's been a fun show. And if you're just catching us now for some reason, head back to the beginning. Join us at the beginning and soak it in.
As an Eagle fan, you got to give the guy an opportunity. All right, until it's time for you to jump.
He better
off.
have at least 4 years, in my opinion. He has to have at least 4 years.
He's here now, so get on board.
Real quick, coming up, next programming, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Conwell Egan basketball. We'll be live on A2DRadio.com. So if you're in the high school basketball scene or you're a Conwell Egan grad in the area, there you go. You can go there and watch. You can watch all sports, Camden. We got Camden basketball.
Casual hoop fan.
We got the best basketball team in South Jersey, too. We're covering in Camden. And who else do we got? We got Camden, Conway, and we got Doane Academy, too. So a lot of basketball programs out there to watch. Also, ton of shows that you can check out right here on HDRadio.com, too. So tons of stuff for Brian Wilson. Thank Brian Wilson, Nick Delgazzo, Rob Povia, producer. I'm Tom Arnone. Thank you, everybody, for listening. It's been fun, jam-packed show.
See you next week, Championship Week.
Championship Sunday. Everybody enjoy football
our
this
picks.
Sunday. Enjoy yourself. For everybody at A2DRadio.com, this has been the bad boys of freaking sports talk on the worldwide leader, whatever the hell we want to talk about. A2DRadio.com. Thank you, Legends Tap, for sponsoring today's show, like every Sunday, 318 High Street, Burlington, New Jersey, 609-386-3001. Follow on Facebook at Legends Tap. Peace.